Hello, my name is Rafiqul Islam. In the first part of the IELTS Life Skills test, I am going to ask you some questions about yourself. What's your full name?
My full name is Yasmin Akhtar.
Can you spell your full name for me, please?
Yes, sir. YEASMINAKHTER. That's Yasmin Akhtar.
Thank you very much. Where do you come from?
I come from Noakhali. It is a beautiful district of Bangladesh.
Do you work or are you a student?
I am housewife.
How long do you work in your house every day?
I work about 12 hours in my house every day.
Which work do you like most in your house?
I like most decorating my house.
Which work do you dislike?
I dislike cooking.
What is your favorite day of the week?
My favorite day of the week is Friday.
Why do you like this day?
I like the day because I go shopping and visiting new places on Friday.
What do you do on Friday?
I go shopping and visiting new places on Friday.
Tell something how you pass your Friday.
I do many work on Fridays. I clean my house and wash my clothes on Fridays. Sometimes I go shopping and visiting my dear friends and relatives' house on Fridays. That's all.
Do you have a big family?
No, I don't.
How big is your family?
My family is medium.
How many members are there in your family?
There are 6 members in my family.
Who is your favorite person in your family?
My mother is my favorite person in my family.
Please say something about your family.
I have a medium family. In my family, there are 6 members. My father, my mother, my one brother, 2 sisters, and me. My father is a businessman. My mother is a housewife. My one brother is living abroad. My 2 sisters are married. I am also married. I love my family very much. That's all.
Thank you very much. Hello, what's your full name?
My full name is Israt Jahan.
Can you spell your full name for me, please?
ISRATJAHAN. That's Israt Jahan.
Thank you very much. Where do you come from?
I come from Noakhali. It is a beautiful district of Bangladesh.
Do you live in a house or in a flat?
I live in a house.
What do you like about your house?
My house is quiet and clean. I like it very much.
What do you dislike about your house?
I dislike color of my house.
Please tell me something about your house or flat.
My house is very big. It is green colored. There are 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and 1 sitting room in my house. There is a garden in front of my house. I also grow flower on the roof of my house. I love my house very much. That's all.
Do you have any friends?
Yes, I have some friends.
How many friends do you have?
I have 5 friends.
Who is your best friend?
It is my best friend.
Do you meet your friends?
Yes, I do.
Where do you meet your friends?
I meet my friends to discuss my English lesson.
Where do you meet your friends?
I meet my friends at Creative English Center.
Please say something about your best friend.
My best friend is Iti. She is a housewife. She about 25 years old. She likes reading books and reading newspapers, but she dislikes smoking. That's all.
Thank you very much. Now in this part of the test, I would like you to ask each other some questions. Mrs. Iti, I would like you to ask Mrs. Israt about a place she likes to work. And Mrs. Israt, I would like you to ask Mrs. Iti about a country she likes to visit. Now think about the questions you want to ask. You have 1.5 minutes. You can write down your questions if you want to. And if you do not understand, please ask me. Thank you very much, Mrs. Iti. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Please ask Mrs. Israt your questions.
Which place do you like walking in your hometown?
Loudly, please. Loudly.
Which place do you like walking in your hometown?
I like walking at Sirat Park.
Do you like walking there regularly?
Yes, I do.
How long do you like walking there?
I like walking there for 2 hours every day.
Why do you like walking there?
Because this place is very beautiful.
Why do you like walking there?
I like walking there at afternoon.
With whom do you like walking there?
I like walking there with my friends.
Do people like walking there?
Yes, they do.
Why do they like walking there?
Because the place is very beautiful.
Did you walk there yesterday?
Yes, I did.
How long do you walk there yesterday?
I walked there yesterday for 30 minutes.
Do you like walking on the bank of the Sugar River?
Yes, I do.
Why do you like walking there?
Because the place is very beautiful.
Why do you like walking there?
I like walking there at afternoon.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Israt. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Please ask Mrs. Iti your questions.
Do you like visiting any countries?
Yes, I do.
Which countries do you like visiting?
I like visiting England
Why do you like visiting this country?
because my relatives live there.
When do you like visiting the country?
I like visiting the country in winter season.
With whom do you like visiting the country?
I like visiting the country with my family.
Do you like visiting with your friends?
Yes, I do.
Do you like visiting with your husband?
Yes, I do.
Did you visit the country last year?
Yes, I do.
With whom did you visit the country last year?
I visited the country with my husband last year.
Do you like visiting India and Nepal?
Yes, I do.
Why do you like visiting these countries?
Because these countries are naturally beautiful.
Thank you very much. Now in this part of the test you are going to listen to 2 recordings and answer some questions. You can make some notes if you want to. You hear some people talking about traveling to work. How do they travel to work? By car, by bus or by train? Now listen to the information.
IELTS Life Skills A1 Speaking and Listening Test. Script 1. How do you travel to work?
Well, the roads are very busy, so I get the train with my friend. It's expensive, but that's okay because it's very fast. I leave home at 8 o'clock and we meet at the railway station. Only the boss drives to work because there's one parking place for him.
Script 2.
Do you go to work by train?
No, it's much too expensive. £9. So I go in my car with a neighbour. He gives me money to pay for the petrol, so it's quite cheap. It's about 35 minutes to drive to work, but over an hour by public transport.
Mrs. Iti, in the first recording, how does the woman travel to work? By car, by bus or by train?
By train.
Mrs. Isra, in the second recording, how does the man travel to work? By car, by bus or by train?
By car.
Thank you very much. Now listen again and answer these questions. Mrs. Isra, in the first recording, who does the woman travel to work with? And what time does she leave her house? Mrs. Iti, in the second recording, who does the man travel to work with? And how many minutes is the journey by car?
IELTS Life Skills A1 Speaking and Listening Test. Script 1. How do you travel to work?
Well, the roads are very busy, so I get the train with my friend. It's expensive, but that's okay because it's very fast. I leave home at 8 o'clock and we meet at the railway station. Only the boss drives to work because there's one parking place for him.
Script 2.
Do by train?
No, it's much too expensive. £9. So I go in my car with a neighbour. He gives me money to pay for the petrol, so it's quite cheap. It's about 35 minutes to drive to work, but over an hour by public transport.
Mrs. Israt, in the first recording, who does the woman travel to work with?
Friends.
And what time does she leave her house?
8 o'clock.
Mrs. Iti, in the second recording, who does the man travel to work with?
Neighbors.
And how many minutes is the journey by car?
35 minutes.
Thank you very much. Now in the last part, you are going to talk together about your reading books and reading newspaper. Please start.
Do you like reading books?
Yes, I do.
Why do you like reading books?
I like reading books to develop my knowledge.
What kinds of books do you like reading?
I like reading story books.
What kinds of books don't you like reading?
I don't like reading Bangla grammar books.
Why don't you like reading these books?
I don't like reading these books because they are very difficult to understand.
Do you like reading English books?
Yes, I do.
Why do you like reading English books?
I like reading English books to learn English. Do you like reading newspaper?
Yes, I do.
What kinds of news do you like reading?
I like reading impartial newspaper
Why do you like reading this newspaper?
because this gives me impartial news.
What kinds of news don't you like reading?
I don't like reading partial newspaper
Why don't you like reading this newspaper?
because this gives me partial news.
Do you like reading English newspaper?
Yes, I do.
Why do you like reading English newspaper?